And good morning, build day 5. I'm about to go down to the basement and unwrap the rubber bands from the body. But before I do, I had a thought while lying in bed this morning. You know how ukulele and guitar manufacturers all have a signature shaped headstock? Well, I kind of want something a little different than the stock one, but of course whatever I design has to fit within the parameters of this wood. So I thought, well, what'll I do? I had an idea. Keep this corner intact and round off that one. So it'll look sort of like that, I guess. And I'll do the same thing at the end of the fretboard with keeping one corner intact and round that off. What do you think? Has it been done before? Let me know if this has been done, if I'm stealing inadvertently from some other ukulele company. Also, in the news, remember in episode 1 I mentioned that I'd like to route out the holes and use like a slotted headstock, but my tuners were too deep and too wide to fit? Well, on Ukulele Underground somebody mentioned in one of the forums that they had found these slotted headstock tuners for tin headstocks on eBay. So I checked it out and I got a set. So they'll be coming in the mail in a few days and I might be able to get my slotted headstock after all. So now let's go to the basement where I'm going to take my uke out of the mold and prepare it for the linings for the top. Here we go. Alright. Now we see if it's going to come out of the jig. Aha! Ba-ba-ba-ba! Because of the cutaway, the top won't fit here because of this brace. So some chisel work is going to need to be done. So that's what I'm going to do while the glue dries, and I'll come back a little later and fill you in on the next step. Okay, so things have progressed nicely so far, although today it was really nice outside, so we took most of the afternoon off, went for a drive. And my wife's doing laundry, so the pump is constantly coming on. Anyway, I've now reached the part which I've been dreading all along. It's one of the most, things could seriously go bad points in the construction. Because I gotta use power tools. In this case, a Dremel with a router bit to trim off the excess from the back. I put too much work into it now for it to all go to hell. So, but if it does all go to hell, you'll be here watching me. So let's cross our fingers, put some safety glasses on, and give it a go. Surprisingly well. I had to get some hearing protection because that Dremel was really loud. And just a little bit of finishing sanding and we should be all set. Whew. Next step would be to put this back in my mold and put the top on. So that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, so now I have my top in place and rubber bands and clamps are all in place holding it down. I'm going to let the glue dry for the night. That's all I'm going to do today. And tomorrow I'm going to take this out, route the top, and probably fret my neck. So we'll see you then.